let me say it again. This your girl, La Kiki, Miss D. Dot C that is. And I'm coming at y'all today with the Circle episode 2. Yeah, so I was going to do it last night, but I was in the middle of like doing the Big Brother one. I mean, not in the middle of doing Big Brother one. My son's homework and all that stuff. So I did the Big Brother one late uh, yesterday. So I got that one out the way. So now I got to deal with either tonight's episode or maybe it was an episode last night. I think the finale was probably last night. I got to go and check anyway. I got to go and check because I could have sworn something was happening yesterday. But normally the show is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. But we'll go back and check that. So anyway, when I got home and all that, I was like, oh, I got to do all this homework with my son. So yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, let me call it a night, and I'll do this early in the morning. And I was thinking about doing it when I came into work. Look at all the stuff I have to do first, get my stuff organized, and come back out here to my car and do the review at like around 9:30 ish or whatever. But since I'm here and I came to the job a little bit early and I have a little bit of time before I go in, I'm like, might as well. I should be under 30 minutes. I should be. It should be kind of quick because it's a lot of notes. And when I say a lot of notes, like enough, enough notes. But we're going to, go through this. So basically, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this video as well to everyone who cares. And if they don't care, share that shit anyway. That's my motto. You know how it is. Um, so episode 2 is called Bro Code. So the first thing, alert! It says you have 2 new players that have joined the circle. So obviously it left off at us getting a little snippet of Max, the AI, the bot chat person or whatever, chat bot. Um, and so it basically pick up at that, and they just alerting the other cast members that you have 2 new players that joined as well. And it was like, please welcome Quori-Tyler. Everybody was like, Quori. It's just so simple. Corey, Tyler, and Max. I'm like, why y'all making this hard? They give us a close look at the 2 new players. So the first player, I don't know why they necessarily did it like that but I guess they did it. They picked the person first that from the first influencer. But why did they show us the ending of how? Anyway, whatever. That's just my extra overthinking. So the first up we have Quori-Tyler. QT is what she like to go by. Her profile. She was like, "But you're the QT that I'm looking." Oh, it's like, ugh. I hope you don't use that line everywhere, girl. That's corny as hell. She's a black girl, age 26. She lives in LA, California. That's why I put on my nose LA, California, Los Angeles. I ain't feel like saying all that. And she's coming in as herself, a former NBA dancer. She's like, I can't say the name of the team, but then she proceeds to show all her parts I mean, not all her parts, excuse me. But she proceeds to show us all the posts and pictures she have on her profile of her in her NBA team gear. LA Lakers gear, if you wanted to know. Like, if you didn't know, of course she was going to know because she was going to show pictures of herself in her LA Lakers gear. So, girl, you might as well have just said it. She put single as a Pringle, but in this game, she's playing with her head, not her heart. Okay, girl, we're going to see if you play with your head and not your heart. Because everybody coming in saying that. They coming in saying that, Big Brother. Look at Matthew. Look at Lexus. I ain't think about no guys, how I cut the guys just like that and all wrapped up. She go snotting when he left. All right. If y'all follow Big Brother Canada and Big Brother in general, like a lot of people in Big Brother said, they're going to play with their head and not their heart. No showmance for me. And so showmances and be the first one in the first 3 days, fall in love. Second, we have AI Max chatbot. They go by the name of Max because that's the character he's portraying. Max will pretend to be a catfish named Max. If you didn't know, Max is the catfish. He's going to be a white guy, 26 years old, and then he chose to be a veterinarian intern from Pismo Beach, California. I was like, all right. Okay, Pismo Beach. I guess you try to make it sound like, having a typical Los Angeles, California profile in your veterinarian. Or it just seems so like weird. So I guess they try to like have a status where it makes it seem like, oh, he has a home out there in Pismo Beach. That seems like more oriented of a place or a city than just saying Los Angeles. It's just a basic thing people say at Los Angeles. I will single you out automatically as a catfish. He said, I'm single, but my dog is taken. I was like, eh. It's just all corny. Like, I don't know how this don't scream catfish. Um, but he chose that character or that profile. I'm saying he, like the bot is a he or her. The bot is a it. But the bot chose this profile because pics with dog owners, guys with dog owners, receive 30% more likes in social media, and it gives them more umph to a male profile where they show their dog and the loving and the caring and compassion and all that stuff. So that's why he chose that in choosing the veterinarian intern as a job specifically. Yeah, it shows compassion you have for animals in general. So that's going to be a hit with the ladies, basically. And that's who he seemed like he's catering. That's who it seemed like it's catering to the most, is more so the females, because they like are the audience members for better chances of winning the game, basically. So I put players start to scoop out the other players, former players start to scoop out the new players' profile. So Cal says instantly that Max is his number two. Like, I already know Max my number two. He a dog guy too. I'm a dog guy. Like, yeah, we gonna hold up, pump the brakes, pump the brakes. Like, he's your number two already. Like, you tripping like big shoes. Like, I don't understand that. Like, you look at a profile and just think, oh, that's my number two. Like, catfish hurt much. Like, you gotta. He don't even know it yet. He my number two. Lauren says the same thing, or her number one, and he don't know it yet. It's, oh my god, Max is my number one. Like, dang, you forgot about Cal? You forgot about Cal, girl. Myles, Myles like him too because of his dog. So he was right about that dog lover thingy thing. The circle members start to chat with the newbies. Um, and then I'm not going to say specifically what they were saying in the chat. They was really like chatting like the same old gibberish stuff. Like when you're meeting somebody for the first time, it's like the same old typical routine when it's like blah. Um, the chat takes well to Max and QT. That's what uh Quori-Tyler is about to be named for me, QT, because I ain't got time to be like Quori-Tyler. Like, it's too much. Unless somebody else coming in with a QT initial. But she got good greetings as well. Uh, and then I think Cassie was the one that said, "What's up with Olivia slash Brandon, played by Brandon's weird message ending? I love your ball." Too QT in her profile pic. It's just so daggone awkward. There's no girl in the world that would be like, I love your ball. Like, what, girl? Even if girls don't even know about sports like that, I'm like, I love your ball. She gonna say something about, girl, your body look banging in that thing, like something like that. Not, I love your ball. That's a goddamn one. Cause I'd be like, that's a gay dude trying to play a female because you love my ball. That's the first thing you looking at his balls. Like, okay. Yeah, that dude is that's a dude right there. She was like, what do you mean all basketballs look the same? Cassie said that. What do you mean? Like, that's what I know. Catfish, for real, for real. So they all go to bed and it's the next morning. It's like a lot of hours jumped in between that time. It's the next morning. So Lauren invites Max to a chat. She was so pressed to be like, I brought you in. I just wanted him to know first that I brought him in so he can already create an alliance with me. And Max thinks the invite probability is a high chance to win the game because you're already building those initial bonds with the first influencer of the house, basically. So that's what he was chatting for, or accepted it. And Max tell her the what do you call it? The end all be all sweet nothings in Lauren's ear, by her characteristics, by her profile, by everything she said in the chat so far. He just tell her the sweet nothings that she want to hear because that's what AI bots do. So they know how to chat you up. Basically, he's a chat box. Um, and you know how people like you an old chatterbox. That's funny that people be saying that. But Max has Lauren wrapped around his fingers, AI digital fingers, by dropping furry godmother. Oh my god. Oh my god. He said furry godmother. And I'm just like, that is corny. But she didn't like cows. You're my one piece. I knew when I met you and you was in the chat, I knew you was gonna be my one piece. Like, ew, but I like it. It just ain't like you saying he's corny, and he's just like, I know you're the furry godmother to like fairy godmother. Like all the dog jokes and the pet jokes and all that, it's just corny. All of it is corny. So when somebody try to talk to me at the coffee shop, which is a typical location where dog lovers meet at, and sitting outside drinking coffee while the dog's right there licking freaking street sidewalk water juice, and you talk about some you fairy godmother, like I'd be like, F out of here. I probably spray you with some pepper spray. Like this just giving weird vibes, but whatever. People like different dumb things, but I don't understand why the One Piece was cringy, and the One Piece is not as original and as overused as fairy godmother or any godmother, any something put in front of godmother. Period. But that's my opinion. She wanted what she wanted, in my opinion. She wanted it to be Max saying something to her. It don't matter what Max was saying. When she looked at that picture with Max, she knew that whatever he said, because she think it's a he, she was going to love. Let's be honest. So Olivia invites QT to a P chat. I put private chat. So I don't know why I read that. I could have just said chat, but I still read over there. I know it's early. Um, she meaning Brandon, disguise and catfish as Olivia, tells QT that she brought her in, so they both wanted to say, I brought you in. Okay. QT thinks that Olivia is a girl's girl, so she like, okay, that's good. So, but I don't want to limit it myself just to the girls, but I still, that's good. She's a girl's girl. QT asks for the tea in the house. And Olivia slash Brandon says there's no tea right now, but let's add Cassie to the private chat. And QT agrees. I'm like, if I was QT, I'd be like, so you mean to tell me all this time stuff been happening and y'all don't have no tea? You're lying. You just don't want to be the first to say it. So already off the break, you have me at arm's length, so I'm gonna have you at arm's length. I don't trust you. Cassie says, girls run the world. It's like, okay, how many Beyonce quotes we gonna see? Like, say it's like when they say cheese about One Piece, and the most cheesiest lines I saw was, "I like your ball," "furry godmother," and "girls run the world." It's just like, yeah. But anyway, Olivia forms a Sisters Before Misters slash Girls Run the World alliance. It's like, really, don't ever go on Big Brother because that's all you got, girl. Girls run the world. Sisters Before Misters. It's like Schloings before doings. Like, nah, I don't know. She formed it with Sister Before Misters, Cassie, QT, and Olivia. I mean, Olivia forms that with Cassie and QT. aka Girls Run the World. Olivia Brandon, played by Brandon, says the guys are definitely starting something. So basically, let's be in the know of starting our own thing. Okay, then we have a private chat with Paul, uh, inviting Cal, Max, and Myles for a bromance chat. I was like, okay, Caress. I see where you're going with that. That was smart. Paul, played by Caress, starts out saying, we need to come up with a strategy to get out of the bottom. She went straight into it. We need to get out the bottom. So let's come up with a strategy. Cal is so excited about this, like so excited. He was like, "That's what I'm talking about, Paul. That's what I'm talking about. Go straight into it. I ain't gonna sugarcoat this or nothing." Said I couldn't wait to talk about this. Said yes, yes, I agree with you. Myles put his little 2 cents in the combo, but still watered down from what Cal said. He basically repeated like, "Yeah, I'm definitely a team. I'm good. I'm good." Like, dude, you ain't saying nothing. I would have been like, "Why is you so mute?" Like, that's all what you got. Like, you ain't said nothing extra. You just said nothing really. Um, Paul, played by Caress, puts out a strategy to just put all males on the high on the leaderboard. Just like, I'm just gonna, from here on now, here and on, I'm or here going forward. When I'm lost for words, but I'm just gonna put y'all straight up high rankings, no matter what. That would be the best strategy. Um, for the bro code thing or whatever. And Cal eats that up, and the bro code alliance is formed. He eats it up. He's like, yes. Uh, Max is quiet and stalls a little in the response of agreeing on the all male alliances. He said he doesn't want to limit his. Sorry, I keep saying he, but it's a bot. But so forgive me when I keep saying he because I'm going by Max. So I'm going to be saying he because the bot is playing a guy. All right. So that's what I mean by it. But he said he doesn't want to limit his percentages uh, to win, but later says, I'm all in. Like, by a basic I'm all in response, something would have been clicking for me. And if I go back and think of all my conversations when we get to this end portion of this episode, I'm going to be like, you the prime suspect for me because it didn't, the response was just so freaking coordinated. I don't know. Max thinks that Lauren holds more weight and power than the bro code alliance. So it would be hard to betray her, is what he said. So basically, the bro code is already possibly messed up because Max will probably betray the guys before he betray Lauren and the girls he formed an alliance with on her side. Then we go to a new chat where Stephanie said Stephanie has invited everyone to a yoga group chat. I was skipping through a lot of this crap because it was like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Like, literally, this is dry as hell. Myles is not into it at all. He was like, oh my God, kill myself right now. What are we doing? Please don't be about horoscopes. He slept on the couch the whole give them freaking yoga poses, moves, and stuff. I would have been just like the laying on the floor, like, oh, they doing that. We're dumb doing that right now because I'm definitely not. Like until the circle give me a task, I'm not doing none of like literally for TV or not. Like I'm not doing that. That's stupid. Um, Steffi eggs Max was his sign, and Myles wanted to kill himself. He was like, "Oh my God, just tell her that you're not into horoscopes, bro. Just tell her automatically so we can shut this down." But the bot's not going to do that. She wants to do a horoscope reading. Myles want to shoot himself, is what I said. Max says he's a Cancer because it's supposed to be the most popular sign with traits such as intuition, compassion, and team orientation, which could be good for this group. So that's why he went with that one. And I'm like, that was real smart, Bob. But I'm sorry. The best sign is Virgo, and we know it. We know Virgos is the best sign. So get out of here with that Cancer. Nobody ain't thinking about they're Cancers. That's what they are. Cancers to the groups. I don't get no intuition, compassion, and team orientation because all the cancers that I know ain't show none of that but teardrops. That's all I got for them. And no compassion, just worried about themselves and all that. I ain't seen no Cancer yet that I have met with no compassion, intuition, or no team orientation. All right, that's more like Virgo. But anyway, everyone doesn't understand what the F Steffi is talking about with telling Max trines your son, trines your son. What the? It was like I have no clue. Paul Caress was like, I don't have no clue what she talking about. Players see that Steffi is really playing the game. Like, oh, she playing like she working on one by one. She getting in with Max, and now she getting up with QT, and QT is up next. She was like her sign is a Leo, and they both bond over horoscope reading. She was like, I like horoscopes too. I like it. Really, you do? And everybody see, oh, Steffi playing, and Olivia, played by Brandon, wants to add Steffi in the girl gang because she see how she getting along with QT, and it was like maybe I could add her in the girl gang. That'd be cool. We could do a private chat and add her in. Steffi tells her it'll be spicy next month for her, and the boys wondering who she'll be spicy with. Like, oh, it's gonna be spicy. Who you gonna be spicy with? And then Paul slash played by Caress didn't feel included in that chat at all, and wonders who else didn't feel included either. So Paul invites QT to a private chat of her own, of his own. Paul says, "Word on the street is you about to get spicy. It's about to get spicy for you." And then QT cringes at the line, but she see where he's going. She see where he's going. Like QT wants to solidify alliance with Paul slash Caress, so they do. QT puts Paul at arm's length. I definitely saw that. QT asks, what is his ranking from last night? I was like, smart. But Paul was not happy telling Paul's like play by Caress, which she's supposed to be playing her brother. She was not happy about telling that info. And QT was like, yeah, I'm sure you're not gonna be happy about it. And I wouldn't do it if I was you, but I'm glad you showing that you can trust me or whatever. But I wouldn't be so forthcoming as you are with giving that information. QT says that she'll have its back going forward. So then you have game night, y'all, and game night was crazy. It's called Wrap It Up, RAP, Wrap It Up. Of course, this game is probably to try to trip up Paul, played by his sister Caress, but it didn't happen. It didn't go so well for the producers to try to pull a slick one, because it said players, you're ready to drop a beat. Bust a move to your doors and collect your items now. Said tonight you will write your very own rap. You would choose one of the other players to rap about, and then you have 15 minutes to write your rap. So time was up and ended up being up, and the first one up was Lauren. So Lauren raps to, they say, would it be a diss or would it be a compliment rap? So Lauren raps about Max instead of Cal, and it was a compliment track. I was like, oh, okay. So a lot of people didn't know that she was keen on Max like that. But if they didn't know, now they know, girl. So, hey, it showed that she prioritized Max over Cal, and Cal saw that as well. Second, Max raps back to Lauren. Of course, the probability is you want to go for the influencer and rap back at her. So he rapped back to Lauren instead of any guy that he just said he made an alliance with, right? I know he don't want to be hot, and there was a compliment track as well. I know he don't want to be hot about it and just pick a guy, and they're like, oh, so the guy is really odd. So he raps to Lauren, so that was a disguise as well. But it's like, if I was a guy, I'd be like, they talking a lot more about everything else. And in that rap, Cal was like, in Lauren rap, I was like, okay. I mean, Cal was like, okay, know I know that about her. I know that she had this and this and that. So they definitely was talking about that stuff, because it don't show on her profile that she had these type of animals. So they definitely have been talking. Okay, third was Steffi, and Steffi raps and do a surprising diss track. It was first a compliment that Paul slash Caress was saying like, okay, Steffi, you about to get me, okay, you rapping about Paul, and then it turned into a diss track, and everybody like, oh, cause she put my, and then she might be a disguise. Like what? Everybody was like, what? Caught Paul, played by Caress, all the way off guard. Calls Paul a big disguise. And Paul calls out for being a catfish. I was like, wow. Paul is gunning for Steffi now. Like, oh, okay. You gunning for me? You gunning for me and calling me I was a catfish? It's okay. I'm about to show you how to drop the mic right here. So Paul slash Caress raps about the bros in general, raps about everybody, not one particular person, but like all the kings in the house, basically. Compliments them all as kings, but Kyle says it was a little too obvious that the guys are working together. And Cassie thinks the same thing as well. Too much info, a little bit, is told in your rap. But everybody believed the rap was fire and solidifies Paul, played by Caress, as not a catfish and actually solidify her as a real rapper. Um, and Myles also was like, "Oh yeah, I'm coming for Steffi. Steffi, you don't know what you're talking about. You got to get out of here because Paul is a real person. Nobody could fake that them lines. So get out of here. You gonna be next out because he already can't stand her in the horoscopes and dumb shit like that. So you already crossed him twice, crossed the bros and called him out like that. And then on top of that, I can't stand you doing that dumb ass horoscopes. Basically, what he was saying. So I think Steffi is out for that reason soon. The first person to rap was QT. She raps about Myles compliment rap to open up the door for more combo because she didn't get a chance to really connect with him. I was like, that was cute, but that was like so cheesy and lame. Myles raps back to QT. Cassie is jealous, laugh out loud. And so is Lauren. Like, Myles raps to QT, and he was all like, he threw all of his simping out there. That's what I put in my note. He threw all his simping out there, for real, for real. And Cassie was like, oh my God, he rapped to QT and not me? And Lauren was like, oh my God, I feel kind of jealous. Like, everybody's not on me like they was before. It's like, as soon as new me come in, they forget about me. Like, I feel kind of jealous a little bit. But why would we feel any way, Lauren, about you? Because as soon as we tell you and we simp out for you, you'd be like, oh my God, I'm so cheesy. Like, girl, shut up. So after the game was over, excuse me, I knew I was going to sneeze. These people in my household giving me the sauce. But they had after game private chats. Paul was heated. Paul, played by Caress, was heated. Kept venting to Kyle about the game, and Kyle was like, "Oh my God, I'm scared to talk about it. Like, I don't want to talk about what happened. I'm still processing." And then Paul asks him straight out about what he thinks about the girls, and Kyle gives Paul slash Caress a confirmation that he still has his back, meaning like, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I don't want to invalidate Paul's feelings about how he felt in the moment. I don't want to correct him on anything, but he shouldn't have thrown too much information about the guys out there in his rap. But I want to make sure he knows that I have his back, and what was said about him was crazy. And I'm always going to have your back regardless. And that's what he got through his message. Um, Kyle scared. Uh, Kyle is scared about Paul being in last place in the ratings, the last rating, but still will stick to the bro plan. He would stick to the bro plan. Like, dude, you had no choice, dude. You was not that far off. You act like you Wasn't you like fifth or something? You was something like that, like fourth or fifth or something like that. Like, dude, you wasn't that far off. So don't act like you was king over there. Um, then you hear alert, alert, and it said the circle has a very important message for you all. Not everyone is the person they say they are, and everybody was looking like, well, duh, circle. Isn't that the point of the game, circle? Like, what are you doing? Are you about to tell everybody that we're catfish? Like, you about to give up our spot? And then it came through with another message. Everybody was panicking. All the catfishes was panicking like hell. And everybody it said, and not everybody in the circle is even human. I said, oh my god. Everyone goes, what? I was like, oh my god, they about to, okay, this is how you get it spicy. It said one player is AI. Everyone is shocked. Everyone's saying it's even like they go to everybody confessions or their rooms and they show like clips, people saying it's definitely Paul, it's definitely Steffi, gotta be Cal or Cassie. Like all of them think, and they are so far off. So that tells me, Max, you're in the clear. Chat box, you're in the clear. But that's the end of the episode. It's to be continued because everybody's like, oh my god. And then after that, they probably be like, now do your power rankings. I'm gonna be cracking up laughing, y'all. I'm gonna try to get this third video out here if I have time today. Um, if I have time today, I'll get this video out here um, before I leave the job today. If not, when I get home or something like that, because it's going to be long practice weeks from Tuesday through Friday. I mean, really Tuesday through Friday for me. All right, y'all. Let me get in this job. I'll holler. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can get my notifications immediately once I drop my new uploads. And yes, follow me on all social medias as well. Push that girl. All right. I'll holler. Have a great day. Bye.